when grief becomes your superpower. So, I want to begin today by acknowledging someone extraordinary who changed how I view resilience forever. LaTonya Taylor, a remarkable entrepreneur, business coach, and community leader from Cincinnati, has transformed personal devastation into a force that empowers others, particularly Black women navigating both grief and professional demands simultaneously. Her work across 2 decades in educational settings, her leadership within national organizations like NAFCC, and her unwavering commitment to dignity centered care have created ripples of transformation that extend far beyond individual families to systemic change within childcare policy circles. She is quite simply a master class in how to turn pain into purpose. Have you ever noticed how we're expected to compartmentalize our pain, to tuck away grief like it's something shameful, especially in professional spaces, as if sorrow is somehow unprofessional, as if tears are a corporate liability? 3 days before her birthday, Latanya received a voicemail that would alter her life's trajectory. Her mother had passed away, just gone. No preparation, no goodbye. Just a cold electronic message delivering news that would shatter anyone's world. But what happened next reveals something profound about the human spirit that most of us never discover. When the floor falls out from under you, you don't actually have to hit bottom. Most of us believe there are only two options when facing devastating loss: collapse entirely or perform superhuman strength. Latanya discovered there's a third path, one where vulnerability becomes your greatest source of power. Imagine standing at your own mother's funeral, physically ill, emotionally drained, while simultaneously managing disrespectful extended family members, questioning your every decision about the arrangements. Now imagine doing this while 6 children are watching how you handle it all, learning from your example what resilience looks like in human form. This isn't hypothetical. This was Latanya's reality. Grief isn't something you get over, she shared. It's something you learn to carry. And how you carry it shapes not just your life, but the lives of everyone watching you. We've been sold this dangerous myth that strength means absence of pain, that leadership requires emotional stoicism, that success demands compartmentalization. But what if the opposite is true? What if our capacity to acknowledge pain, to name it, feel it, honor it, is precisely what enables us to transform it into purpose? Between 2008 and 2015, Latanya's unaddressed grief manifested physically. Too many strokes left this vibrant, dynamic woman dependent on mobility aids, first a wheelchair, then a walker. Her body was literally forcing her to slow down and process what her mind had been avoiding. Think about that for a moment. Her body literally rebelled against the pretense that everything was fine. How many of us are walking around with our bodies screaming similar messages that we refuse to hear? How many headaches are actually heartaches in disguise? How many backaches are the weight of burdens we won't acknowledge? The most remarkable part of Latanya's story isn't that she eventually regained her ability to walk independently. It's what she did just weeks after that recovery. She accepted a position on George Gervin's school board, stepping into community leadership at a moment when most people would still be focused solely on their personal healing. This is where we discover something revolutionary about resilience. It isn't about bouncing back to who you were before, it's about integrating your pain into who you're becoming. Latanya didn't compartmentalize her grief to lead effectively. She transformed it into a deeper capacity for empathy, a more authentic presence, and a more powerful example for others navigating similar waters. When I asked her how she managed to keep showing up professionally while processing such profound personal loss, her answer was both simple and revolutionary. I didn't have the luxury of falling apart completely. 6 children were watching me. Every client was watching me. I had to show them that pain doesn't have to be the end of your story. It can be the beginning of a more powerful one. This isn't toxic positivity. This isn't good vibes only. This is the gritty, messy, beautiful truth about what it means to be both broken and whole simultaneously. For Black women, especially, this message resonates differently. We've been conditioned to be strong beyond reason, to carry burdens without complaint, to push through pain without acknowledgement. The strong Black woman trope has robbed many of us of the permission to grieve openly, to heal publicly, to be vulnerable authentically. LaTonya's journey offers a different narrative, one where strength isn't measured by how much pain you can hide, but by how effectively you can transform it into purpose. With over 2 decades nurturing young people across educational settings, including service as an elected leader within national organizations, LaTonya embodies what it means to channel personal pain into community power. Her Cincinnati roots, shaped by vibrant Black culture, provided the foundation for her approach to dignity centered care nationwide. But here's what's truly revolutionary about her approach: she never pretends the pain isn't there. She never suggests that grief has an expiration date. She never minimizes the ongoing nature of loss. Instead, she offers something far more valuable: a roadmap for carrying grief while still moving forward. Some days, she told me, I still wake up and for a split second forget that my mother is gone. And when reality hits, it hurts just as much as it did that first day. The difference is that now I know that pain doesn't have to paralyze me, it can propel me. This perspective transforms how we view not just grief, but all forms of adversity. What if our wounds aren't weaknesses to be hidden, but wisdom to be shared? What if our struggles aren't setbacks, but setups for deeper impact? LaTonya's experience with family conflict during her mother's funeral arrangements offers another powerful lesson. When faced with disrespect and criticism from extended family during an already devastating time, she made a conscious choice to honor her mother through her actions rather than internalizing the negativity from relatives. She leaned on supportive friends, including her mother's friend who worked at General Motors at critical moments. This teaches us something vital about resilience. It's not a solo sport. Having even one person who truly sees you can make the difference between collapse and comeback. Her ability to maintain composure during public events, even while physically ill on the day of the funeral, demonstrates that resilience isn't about feeling no pain. It's about finding purpose despite it. This is particularly relevant for high achieving Black women who often feel pressure to compartmentalize grief in professional spaces. LaTonya's example shows that vulnerability and strength aren't opposing forces, they're complementary powers. When signing official paperwork as a newly appointed board member just 1 month after regaining her ability to walk independently, LaTonya wasn't just marking a professional milestone. She was demonstrating that healing opens doors not only personally, but professionally, and that representation matters at every table where decisions are made. Her journey shows others recovering from trauma that setbacks aren't end points, they're opportunities for growth that can lead to even greater impact. So, what does this mean for you? First, give yourself permission to grieve fully without shame or apology. Your emotions are valid, and acknowledging them openly is not weakness, it's wisdom. Second, commit to yourself first, that no matter what life throws at you next, you will keep moving forward so those watching learn courage from your example. This doesn't mean pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It means being honest about your struggles while refusing to be defined by them. Third, reach out. If you need support, don't let pride isolate you during hard times. Your story might be someone else's survival guide tomorrow. The vulnerability you show today could be exactly what someone else needs to see to believe their own healing is possible. LaTonya's transformation from grief stricken daughter to community leader wasn't instantaneous or linear. It was messy, painful, and filled with setbacks, including physical manifestations of unresolved trauma that temporarily limited her mobility. But here's the beautiful truth her journey reveals: our greatest pain often becomes our most powerful purpose when we refuse to hide it. I want to leave you with this challenge. Stop asking when the pain will end and start asking what the pain might be creating in you. Stop waiting for grief to disappear and start wondering how it might be reshaping your capacity for compassion. Stop seeing your wounds as weaknesses and start recognizing them as portals to profound connection with others who are suffering. The world doesn't need more people pretending they're not hurting. The world needs more people who can show us how to hurt with purpose, with dignity, with hope. Your grief isn't just something to endure, it's potentially your greatest gift to a world desperate for authentic leadership. Your tears aren't just expressions of loss, they're watering the seeds of your most important work. Your vulnerability isn't a liability, it's the very thing that will make your voice impossible to ignore. So I challenge you: let your grief transform you. Let your pain propel you. Let your wounds become windows through which others can see possibility in their own darkness. Because when you do, grief doesn't just become your superpower, it becomes your legacy.